Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today we're gonna go ahead and unbox our new Nintendo Switch 2. I actually received it yesterday. However, I also received my 5090 RTX, so I had to build the computer, which you're currently now, I suppose, seeing here. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get into this and get to playing. We got our Switch from Walmart, which apparently we got lucky, but then my friend told me that at GameStop they had a lot of pre-order vouchers so that you can pay and then pick up your Switch on release date. But anyways, thank you to Walmart for giving me a free Pringles and Coke, Coca-Cola that is. So thank you for that. This is gonna be an unboxing video, kind of like the first video that I made in the channel. I think when the first Switch came out. I'm not wearing gloves, I'm not doing all of that, I'm just doing me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here's our Nintendo Switch 2, our box. It has the game included for Mario Kart World, as you can see here. This is the box. Apologize in advance too, as I'm learning to make these type of videos where I'm over here opening stuff. Let's not hit the mic. Okay. So let's go ahead and open here. Do you have to show the whole box and open it on these videos? I don't know. I'll just do what I can. So there we go. I don't think knowing the serial number is gonna matter much, but I'll clear it here. So this is a new controller here. We have cyan, baby blue, and then we have kind of like an orange on this one. Let me go ahead and take them out of the wrapper, and then I'll show you the game itself. Okay, so this is a controller that we have here. It's pretty sleek. It feels cool. I think the size is a little bit bigger than the previous one. I know I have my other Switch around here. Let me get that for you for reference. Okay, so this is the new Nintendo Switch 2 controller. This is the previous one. I do have the OLED. I don't know if that matters, but if I put them together, trying to base it off the same height, the new one is slightly bigger. I'm not sure if the camera is doing any justice, but it's slightly bigger, slightly wider. If we look at the sides here, that's what they look like. They both have the SR and SL buttons. This has additional buttons here. I don't know if you can see them up here and here. I won't go too much into the specs, by the way, since I did do a previous video on that. And then we have, I think this is called this, actually this is just for the grip. It has like a little locking mechanism there, but it does have a C button in the front, which is supposed to be for chat. And you do need membership for that. You're a Nintendo membership, that is. So yeah, the controllers are slightly bigger. From what I recall as well, you can use them as a mouse of some sorts. I don't know if it has to be like this. I think it might have to be. So you kind of move it like that. Because if you were to use it, let's say this way, it's gonna scratch everything. But yeah, I think it kind of has like a sensor down here now where you basically use it on a table or flat surface to play. Okay, so we got our controllers out of the way. Let's go ahead and actually get the new Switch out. I feel like I should have used gloves. It's gonna get smudges. I heard it was smudge resistant. Probably not true. So yeah, this is way bigger than the previous one. Look at how big that is. And now let me get the OLED. It's a little dirty, hold on. Okay. So you can see the difference off the bat. Why can't I get it right? Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's way bigger than this. Let me see if I can put them together now. Keep in mind, this is one of my first unboxing videos. Might be the last. So yeah, slight difference, right? Big difference. We also have a kickstand down here, which actually lets you go at a deeper angle than the previous one. I think the previous one was just like right here. So you can play at a different angle. The insertions for the controllers, see if you can see it. Put your 3D glasses on. You can't tell, but whatever. So yeah, the controller just snaps in there and it's magnetic. Okay, yeah. So we have the release in the back. It is magnetic. Let me show you and have you hear it. Yeah, satisfying. And then of course the other one. If we look at the top, right, we have our usual game card insertion. We have our USB-C. You can connect your headphones as well, your volume buttons, and the power. The bottom is a USB-C as well. So I wonder if you can charge it both ways. You have bigger speakers for sure, way bigger speakers. So it should be sounding like a beast. But yeah, look at that. Look at how much bigger that is than the one I have here. Make sure I'm doing this correctly too. The good thing is that you can play, I believe, most Nintendo Switch games. This is what it looks like side to side. Big difference. And just for your reference as well, I have a lot of stuff. I have the Steam Deck OLED. I think in general this is, let me see myself. Yeah, it's slightly more bigger than the new Switch, but they're pretty close. I mean, you're gonna be running computer games with the OLED, right? The Steam Deck, so you kind of need that processor and whatnot. But for this, we're gonna get new I think 4K. Is it 4K or 1080? I don't remember, but yeah, improvements anyways. Let's see what else is in the box, and then we'll launch the Switch itself. Okay, let me move my mic a little bit. There. Okay. So we have the Mario Kart World code, so you can redeem it, which I won't show. Maybe later on I'll do like a sweepstakes. I can see that being a possibility. Maybe if we reach what, 3K subscribers, I'll give out a Mario Kart World in what, 3K in 3 months. I don't think that's doable, but if it happens, 3K subscribers in 3 months, I'll give out a Mario Kart World. And the prices go up too. Yeah, 3K. I was gonna say 5K, but nah. Okay, we got our HDMI cable, obviously, to play it, right? Nothing special there. We have these grips for our hands, right? Remember how you used to put them? These are, look at all that space. I guess anybody can use them now. You can use them like this, which is pretty interesting. They look way different than the previous one. Where's that button? Here it is. Okay, so we have our controller, we have this, and I guess it's magnetic too, is it? Oh, it's the other way, maybe. Okay, so it's not magnetic, you just clamp it on, but it has padding now. So this is how you use a mouse version of it, because now it has protection. So don't use it without it, because then it might destroy this or mess it up. That is really cool. I don't think we have many games that could use it at this time, but obviously I would hope that Nintendo does his best, you know, to make stuff that we can play it. think Mario Party Jamboree might get use of it too, and then I think there's a boxing one, something like that. Okay. We have our typical Nintendo controller, but now it is a Switch 2 version. I don't see any difference in it. It still, you know, inserts as a usual one. But yeah, pretty slick. Let's go ahead and put our little thing in there. It is magnetic. I'm never gonna get tired of that. Okay. So there you go. This is what it looks like new. Just so slick. All right. Our adapter, which is pretty cool. Look at that. Huge. Now you get a removable USB-C cable. Okay. I would say this is about 5 feet. Yeah, about 5 feet. And then finally, last but not least, our Switch dock, which is way different than the previous one. Look at that. I feel like it's built nice. Well, yeah, it's obviously built nicer. It looks way nicer. You still have your 2 USB ports on the side. I think that this opens up HDMI. Yeah, you can open this up. You have your AC adapter, HDMI, and then a LAN cable for the internet. Let me put these in there real quick. I don't want it to get stuck or something, starting this in here. So that's what it's gonna look like once you have it docked. You can actually see me in the background, sort of. Just for comparison, let me get my other Switch dock, which is completely connected. Let's see. Okay, so we have the other Switch dock here. Fortunately, it's a little stained. This is for the OLED. So I don't know if there's a difference between this and the previous ones. But yeah, this is basically the difference. I would say it's kind of the same size. Again, maybe a little bigger. Maybe just barely any difference. That's the back. This is not covered. And yeah, that's it for the unboxing video part. Let's go ahead and launch it. All right, so we have our Nintendo Switch set up. We have our Elgato 4KX set up as well. So now let's set up the Switch 2. So we are in the Americas. We accept. Of course, you want to read it. Okay, let me set up the internet connection. Okay, so we're set up with the internet. Let's click next. Let's select where we're Vancouver. Look at that. Sit down, you can chill, TV, just a stand. Can be connected to the top or bottom. Oh, okay, yeah. It's like we assumed. That's nice. There you go, to detach. Oh, that's the one thing about getting a new device. You get new accessories, right? Spend more money. Skip this. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, more accessories, more cases. I have a few that may be good enough to carry everything. But then we need like a screen protector, maybe a shell, maybe not. I've never used a shell for the Switch. I heard that sometimes it gets stuck or sometimes it gets really hot, then it might damage it. So probably not this time around. The only thing I would consider getting is more controllers. Um, yeah. Okay, 99, updating. And we're restarting. Okay, so it restarted. We were greeted with this screen here. So click OK. And there you go. You can transfer data from Nintendo Switch console to this Nintendo Switch 2. So let's obviously transfer, at least for me. If you have a micro SD express card memory card, please insert it. All right, so I verified for us the old style of micro SD cards that we have are not going to work on this. So you need to have these express and EX exactly how it says here. I'll put a picture of the card that I have, which isn't going to work. And then I'll post a link towards one that you could possibly purchase for the Nintendo Switch 2. So for the video purposes, let's skip this. Okay, so let me go ahead and sign in. And we're using this QR code, which I really love. Thank you very much, whoever created this. We're gonna need to put a confirmation code, and it is currently confirming. There you go. That is me. Yeah. Okay, so my consoles are close together. Do they need to be both turned on? Okay, so we're gonna get our Switch, turning it on. So obviously I'm doing this real time. I'm learning as we're going, but once this video's out, if you need any assistance with any of these, let me know, and then obviously I will do my best to help you out. All right, so we connected our Nintendo Switch and it is now showing us that it's about to transfer. So you can see here, obviously. Let's receive the data. Do, 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 do. How long is this gonna take? You can use game chat to chat with friends while playing games. Yeah. All right, let's let it transfer meanwhile. All right, so the transfer is complete. It actually took about a minute and a half, so that was really quick. I was expecting it to take a lot longer. So let's go ahead and wait for it to boot up. Oh, I guess it wasn't done even though I went to 100%. Let's give it a little bit more time. All right, so system transfer was completed. Let's connect the controller. Okay, settle complete. Now you can press the home button. 2. My other profiles. Okay. So it has, yeah, basically all the games that I had on my Switch. So you can see here. It has the other stuff, and I guess it's gonna start obviously downloading it onto the system here. We have our Nintendo Switch Online, a game chat, which is a new feature where you can speak with others, so that's pretty cool. News, Nintendo eShop, photos, which I only maybe took screenshots of me completing the game or stuff like that. Controllers, virtual game cards. So I think this is where oh my god, it doesn't make sense why this is a thing, but you buy a game physically, you get a code to download it, so it's kind of like not even physically, right? It's an online game that you bought, and it's gonna be stored in here. Okay, so yeah, any digital software you purchase will be displayed here as a virtual game card. You can select virtual game cards to load to this console. Once you loaded a virtual, okay, so you can basically add it to your home screen. Well, I have a bunch of them. 5v5, Funimation, which I never watched. Is this still a thing? 911 operator. All right. So yeah, I can basically add these to the home screen. So that's cool, I suppose. Controllers, game share. Let's see what it says about game share. Accepting a game share invitation from another user will allow you to play the game with them. The user will need to start game share from within a supported game. How to play. Game share allows someone with the supported game to share and play with others. Huh. Okay. Start a supported game and start game share from within that game. Open game share. Select join. Let's see what games are supported. Because I wonder if, for example, you can play a full game of the new Mario Kart World, right? Just join up, or you need the game. I thought you needed a game. Okay, so I need a pin. Let me figure that out. All right. So it's showing us that there's 10 items currently that support game share. So Super Mario 3D World, which I have. I wonder why it doesn't say it's purchased. Maybe because I have the actual card. I don't know. Mario Odyssey. Okay. So yeah, not a lot. I have this too. Huh. Yeah, apparently these are the ones that support game share. I guess the smaller stuff you can play, but these two, these are pretty big. Okay. Yeah, let's close this. Let's go home actually. Game chat. Okay. So I don't have a headset yet. We might need to connect one. Okay, you can chat with friends while playing. It can be enjoyed for free until the end of March 2026. Okay, well that's nice of them at least. Okay, you have to read all this. So make sure you pause it and read it. Then let me know what it says. We need a smart device. Is it gonna use our phone's data? That's weird. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we registered our phone number on our profile, Nintendo Switch profile. Game chat is only possible with friends you've approved. Please choose chat approval settings for each friend. I don't remember who that is. Okay. Make sure you only use game chat with your own Nintendo account. Please be considerate of others. Remember that game chat is for everyone to enjoy. Have fun using game chat. Okay. So from what I thought I read, you can obviously speak to friends, let's say, that you added. But I think that if you're in a game, you can hear others that are playing. So this is going to be interesting. For those of you that are parents and may be concerned, be careful because obviously once you expose, let's say, your children to, you know, people online, not only can they hear vulgar stuff or be targeted for certain things, but, you know, in general, everybody can be a victim online. You just don't know what can happen. So I would monitor what is going on. For those of you that have done game chat before, let's say parties and stuff, you know what can happen if you've been in, let's say, a Call of Duty lobby. You know all the bad words that can be said and whatnot, right? So yeah, just, you know, just keep it civil. If you want to speak like that, you go play PC, you go play Xbox, PlayStation, leave Nintendo as Nintendo should be, and just enjoy, yeah, everything. Have fun. That's pretty much it. That's all we're gonna review. I think the video is long enough. Hopefully you enjoy this type of video. I did one when I barely started my channel years ago when the first Switch came out. um Obviously this is a little different, but hopefully you did enjoy it. If you want to learn more about the channel, check the description box, in the description box, so you can learn about my upload schedule. which is typically on the weekends. I upload Fortnite Friday, Saturday Call of Duty, Sunday Hearthstone or random videos. I do typically try to stream once a week or twice a week to Twitch and YouTube. So if you're subscribed or if you're following, that's usually the easiest way to be notified when I'm live. And then I'll also upload during the weekday depending on what comes out, what updates and so forth. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And then again, if you have any questions, let me know. I will see you on the next one.